Welcome back. We're speaking to Uganda's leading opposition figure, Dr. KIIZA Besigye. And shortly before the break, we were talking about how the Walk to Work campaign mirrored the Arab Spring. Maybe if you could tell us a little bit more about what the intention of that campaign was very quickly.
Well, the intention is simple. It is for people to demonstrate their dissatisfaction. And this is a right, indeed, that is one of the basics of democracy, because, apart from people expressing themselves through their representatives, they should have power and freedom to express themselves directly and say, we don't like this. And that's the basis of public demonstrations. And indeed, when there is popular discontent, when massive numbers of people in a country are dissatisfied with the way government is going, and especially if they are not given rights by the use of force, the result is that people can come and demand their power from those gangs directly through an Arab Spring type of engagement. And it's not Arab. There's nothing Arab about it. It has happened in Europe. It has the French Revolution, the other revolutions in Eastern Europe recently, It has happened in Asia. It has happened in all continents. So where there are dissatisfied people under oppression, they can say, wait a moment, we want our power back.
It's happening in South America.
Yes, and it was going to happen here. If we continue the way we are going, Ugandans will come up and say, enough is enough. You will not continue robbing us in broad daylight. You will not continue treating us like this. When our hospitals are dead, give us our power back. It will happen here.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Besigye. I guess there are people who feel that every time you come to the streets, tear gas comes to the street. You are probably not 100% to blame. But if you kept off the street, don't you think that those who lose property, when you come on the street and there's tear gas, will not lose, and you are being off the street would in a way help to keep tear gas off the streets?
You see, that question is exactly the same thing as saying, if a lady dresses in a manner that some people call provocative, then she has invited rape upon herself. She should be blamed for the rape if she is raped. No.
I'm not saying she should be blamed.
You can't blame the victim. Rape is an offense. If somebody causes rape, you cannot say that if this lady had not walked out of her house, then obviously she would not have raped. Where was she going?
Dr. Besigye, I'm coming from the light of if you cause another person to stumble and so on and so forth.
So the question is whether what I do, there is anything illegal in what I do as a person. Is it illegal for Besigye to walk from his home or even to take a matatu? Because you remember I sat in a matatu to come to town. The owner of the matatu was imprisoned. The matatu itself was imprisoned. They were beaten. And of course I was imprisoned because I had sat in a matatu. I sit in my vehicle in town reading newspapers. My vehicle is destroyed. Everybody is beaten up. So the question is, am I to blame? Is that what you're asking? You are saying, shouldn't I stay in my house so that all that doesn't happen? Is that what you are saying?
Yes and no.
Dr. Besigye, we are really running out of time. The fundamental question that I wanted to ask you, and I think a lot of people have on their minds, but maybe not have the courage to ask. But since you are here, if Muhoozi Kainerugaba was on the ballot in the future, in the near future, would that surprise you in any way?
No, it would not surprise me at all. First of all, Muhoozi is a Ugandan. He has a right to contest. And so even from that point of view, it will not surprise me. But additionally, he is now clearly somebody who is being groomed to become a leader in this country. He was recruited illegally into the UPDF, and I have made this very clear, provided evidence that he is illegally in the UPDF. He has been promoted illegally through the ranks, supersonic speed, to now control a whole force under the UPDF. He is now the commander of the special forces.
So it would not surprise you?
So it will not surprise me because from both points of view, from both the point of view that he is a citizen and therefore eligible, but also that he is now not an ordinary citizen, that he is a citizen who is a son of a dictator, which dictator is propelling him to positions that can make him a candidate and the next leader of this country.
We have to leave it there, but Dr. Besigye, we're obviously going to have you back on the show because there's a lot more that we really wanted to get into, especially when it comes to electoral reforms. Thank you so much for being part of our discussion.
I'll be most honored.
Thank you so much, Dr. Besigye, for being around.
Most
Join
honored.
us tomorrow on Urban Today when we'll be discussing more. Thank you so much for watching.